Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the Transformers 1 trailer, and specifically, we're going to focus on the storyline it reveals. This film is set to take us back to the origins of the Autobots and Decepticons, so if you're curious about how Optimus Prime and Megatron became bitter enemies, stick around. Let's get into it.
Where's Optimus Prime?
The first trailer for Transformers 1 debuted like no movie trailer ever has, in space. A special craft took an hour reached its peak at 125,000 feet above Earth and revealing the trailer. Let's enjoy the scene. From the very first scenes in the trailer, we can tell that Transformers 1 is going to explore the early days of Cybertron before the planet was torn apart by war. The story appears to focus on the transformation of a young Orion Pax, who later becomes Optimus Prime, and his friendship with Megatron, which is destined to crumble. A custom introduction video from our stars, Chris Hemsworth and Brian Tyree Henry, Chris voice cast for Optimus Prime and Brian as Megatron, Scarlett Johansson Black Widow voice cast for Ariel.
Something's coming. Something we've never seen before.
This Transformers film. That's what I'm talking about. It was so exciting.
The trailer sets the stage by showing a peaceful Cybertron where Orion and Megatron are still allies. There's a sense of optimism, pun intended, in how Orion Pax views their world and its potential. But as the trailer progresses, we start seeing signs of division. Megatron becomes more ambitious, and we get hints that he believes in a darker, more authoritarian path for Cybertron's future.
Come on. I loved the script. It's gonna be awesome.
At one point, we see Orion starting to question Megatron's actions, and that's where their friendship begins to fracture. You can almost feel the tension building, especially when Megatron begins rallying followers under what will eventually become the Decepticon banner. One of the main themes in this trailer is the idea of friendship versus ideology. Orion and Megatron clearly have a close bond in the beginning, but as we see in the trailer, that bond is tested by their differing visions for Cybertron. Orion, who values freedom and unity, starts to realize that Megatron's desire for power and control is growing out of hand.
Another level. He begins as Orion Pax, as a worker in the mine.
There's a powerful moment where we see Megatron giving a speech to his future Decepticon followers. He speaks about the need for Cybertron to be stronger, more unified, but in a way that sounds more like domination. This hints at the rise of the Decepticons as a force that values strength and order at any cost. In contrast, Orion is hesitant. He wants to protect Cybertron, but not at the price of enslaving its people. This conflict is the heart of the movie's storyline, the ideological split between two former friends that leads to a full-scale civil war. It's an emotional and personal conflict that sets the stage for the iconic Autobot-Decepticon rivalry. Toward the end of the trailer, we get a glimpse of the turning point, what looks like the beginning of the war that will rip Cybertron apart. There's a shot of Optimus Prime, now fully transformed from Orion Pax, standing in opposition to Megatron, and you can tell that their friendship is officially over. There's also a hint of the bigger war to come. We see explosions, battles between Autobots and Decepticons, and even a moment where the iconic Decepticon logo is created. It feels like the movie is building up to the moment where both factions fully emerge, with Optimus leading the Autobots to defend Cybertron's freedom while Megatron's Decepticons rise to seize control. The stakes are huge, and the trailer does a great job of teasing just enough to get us excited about how these iconic characters will evolve into the leaders we know today. Based on the storyline revealed in the trailer, I have a few predictions. First, it looks like we'll see a lot more backstory for both Optimus and Megatron. Orion Pax's transformation into Optimus Prime is likely going to be a key part of the film. We might even see the exact moment when he takes on the name Optimus Prime and steps into his role as the leader of the Autobots. As for Megatron, his journey from a charismatic leader to a ruthless dictator is going to be just as central to the plot. It feels like this movie will show us why Megatron believes so strongly in his cause, even if it leads to war. There's a moment in the trailer where it looks like Megatron has made up his mind to go down a darker path, and that's probably going to be a key scene in the film. Another thing to watch for is how this movie ties into the broader Transformers universe. Could we see a cameo from a young Bumblebee or other iconic characters? The trailer leaves room for a lot of surprises, and I'm excited to see how they flesh out the early days of this war. Overall, the Transformers 1 trailer has given us a lot to look forward to, especially in terms of story. It promises a rich, emotional narrative about how two close friends become bitter enemies and how their personal conflict sparks a war that changes the fate of their planet. If you're a fan of Transformers lore, this movie is shaping up to be a must-watch.
Guys, what is that?
Or closer.
Together as one.
All right, Transformers fans, it's finally time.
That's right.
What did you think of the trailer? Do you have any predictions for the movie? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future updates. Until next time, take care.